Welcome back to the stream, everybody. Let's play some COD games. I wasn't really feeling the Fallout earlier. Let's play some cards. Let's grind. We have a free draft to do soon, too. But I want to get some rank up a little bit here. We're going to just be playing some Mercano aggro. Boring deck. This version doesn't even have. I'm playing the version that recently did well in the Invitational, the ECL Invitational, and it doesn't even have. It doesn't even have the 2-drop Nightfall guy, the Berserker. Which I think is an interesting decision, but I can understand why you don't want to have it. As you're not consistently untapping with it. Like, it just gets removed before you draw every time. We had a land here, we're golden. We need another fire influence as well. We could have mold. Like, this hand was not the greatest with the influence that we had. Example of a Duskgrader dying. I mean, it happens a lot. Doesn't actually have charge here, but I think it's worth doing it for efficiency. And if we can get it on the board and get some more pressure down. This Nightfall is actually benefiting us, which is great. Sweet. They have a torch. So they're going to take 4, go to 12. Torch is like a pretty bad case there, but what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Concede? Wow. Was not expecting that. That's for sure. It's a pleasant surprise. I open this card so much, Factory Quota. You know what I have? This is not a good mole. There goes our unit. Ah, perfect. We now can go. It is flexible, but a 2-drop would have been bad there, because a 2-drop meant that we could not just suit up the Spectre and smash. Fortunately, I think my opponent is on JPS pile. Or I'm sorry, FJS. I think they're on FJS removal, which actually really favors this play right now. It means that our long barrel's not going to be able to do much. At least I think they're on FJS. Like, not many Argenport decks play Seek Power for consistency, because you just don't need the consistency. Colors are already good, but maybe they're just playing FJS. I mean, Argenport. It's not, like, out of the question. You get the Warhelm and equip it to the Merchant. I love that play. It's very aggressive, but I think it's very good. And this means that they're going to either trade with the 4-2 or they're going to block the 2-1. I believe that they're going to trade with the 4-2 and then have... But they're still one away from the necessary harsh rule. I mean, my opponent could go Vara here, which would be rough. Vanquish is also kind of rough. Alright, so Vara's going to pop the Aegis on this guy, but I think it's worth playing. It's just a 5-4. This video that we're listening to is the top 5 covers of March 2018. And there's some pretty good ones. A little outdated, but, you know, pretty good. I love cover artists. I like to try to listen to them at most opportunities, if I can. So much potential talent. Alright, now they're in obliterate range. Go. Go. Bummer I don't have the long barrel still. Be a kill here. I get long barrel, it's not a kill. Let's get the obliterate here. I don't think there's a way to stop this obliterate here. Ah, the Ryzen, of course. I forgot about Ryzen. Ryzen does get around this. Puts my opponent to 1 otherwise. But I do have the Shugo taxes to attack through now. So my opponent needs another Ryzen. Okay. Yep. Running Ryzens will work. That will do it. I mean, they got one off of the Merchant, right? But I feel like we could have played differently and I got another scenario. I couldn't have gotten the Mind Fire and killed that turn. I feel like we could have done something, though. Yikes. Feels bad. I feel like we just played there. Feel like we definitely misplayed. What have you guys been playing for this end of the October season? Anything spoopy? No reason to play into the sweep hailstorm or anything like that. Because we need backup in case there's a hailstorm. Long barrel answers the merchant, which is really good. Because we have an answer to the merchant. Yeah, there's the hailstorm. Um, can get rid of the long barrel here. I kind of just want a Warhelm attack here. I guess we'll get rid of long barrel there. Like, it's close between that and the outlaw, I think. Like, if we don't get rid of the... No, I think we keep the outlaw no matter what. It's between that and the torch, I think, actually. Then it's, like, close, because... The problem is that they have, like, a removal spell, like, well, feeding time here. Then how do I deal with the current situation? And, like, the long barrel, would it have been better than the torch here? Probably. Like, if my opponent plays anything, like a merchant, for instance, it then therefore makes, like, the long barrel better. But the torch is just guaranteed 3 damage, and the 5/4 still survives, and it's better. But I think that the long barrel is probably better, thinking about it again. It just, like, it's really weird to throw away a torch, which is why I didn't. Well, it worked out pretty well, because we drew well. So the torch is going to be powerful here. Although, again, the long barrel would have been able to push this Oni Ronin through, so... Yikes, this is a good one. This card's insane. Cleaver. Yep. And fight. I don't think I can beat Cleaver ever. I guess, like, the positive of this is I have a torch and, like, a 1 overwhelm is away from winning the game. So if I just, like, if I draw a merchant, I can merchant for an overwhelm. Okay. Now I have a lot of outs. Wait, my opponent blocked. I have tons of outs now. I need to draw a perma though. Yeah, not that. All right, so if they block incorrectly, which is like basically just a non Azendel block is the incorrect block. All right, there's still one overwhelm away from dying. Is there any other combination of things? All right, we have to draw. No, that one overwhelm isn't enough because they're going to be able to attack in. This is where Katana looks really poor. Would have been a great draw last turn. Really bad this turn. Rough one. Rough beats. Maybe we just don't go for the charge there. I think that's like a good way to beat those type of decks though. Is to charge your like that's what the Warhelm was there for. Is to make a 4 power basically a 4 power charge overwhelm Warcry individual. And that's usually a very good plan. We could have gone Snowcrest Creddy and then put a katana on it, but it doesn't really attack well. Like neither does this with a katana on it. So these aren't really like prime katana targets like the X ones. Especially before we like not knowing when my opponent's on, I don't really want to like set up for katana here. They might just be actual Argenport, which would be a incentive to go wide here. Because they need a harsh rule on turn 5, and I believe that we can kill before them with the right disruption. This is not the right disruption, though. They're going to trade here for sure. We need to draw a power. Did not. They could just eat a 1 here. They could have like a slay next turn, for instance, and they'll slay the 4-1, eat a 1-1 here, take 7, then slay the 4-1, which then puts my opponent in a better spot. Not drawing the power there is like pretty huge, as the Shogun Scepter had been pretty strong. In addition to just setting up the long barrels for later. We may just have to do the cheap long barrels that are not very good. Okay, so it might have Annihilate. This is where the long barrels would have been very good. Still can't play long barrel because I don't have the right influence, which feels terrible. This card is sweet. We'll trade. Maybe I just should have mulled that hand. 100% have the sack here. That's not the draw. Not the draw we needed. It's the draw we deserved. We're very dead here. This isn't really doing what we wanted here. Let's go look up another list. Hmm. made it a bit easier. Really debating what to do. I really want to draw a banner or something that's to that effect. So we could have gone champion, which is way more efficient here. But I think I want to get this down because this will have charge anyway. If I do the depleted here, and I'll be able to attack for 5 this turn, whereas I would have only been able to attack 7 this turn, while I would only be able to attack for 5 otherwise. That is very good. Good SST. And as always, SST is a beating. Especially an early SST like this, where our board is not very developed well. This, attack. Had to force the issue on, like, incentivize my opponent to trade. The thing is, my opponent has more resources, so they're probably just going to either take it or they're going to need to trade and then still be able to get back into this game. The problem is we need to remove it from the board because it's like the worst thing. The problem is if they rebuy with a Dark Return, they'll just be able to kill this other one and then it'll be in an even better spot. So, like, it's not even like the killing of the SST here is extremely strong. Well, or my opponent just has another SST. We need to draw a power of any kind, and then this is very powerful. We have Avara kept in check by these other permas. Dead. This is just not doing it. This is not the truth. There are a lot of lists that were in the Invitational, and they all looked about the same for this list. There was a wins combo that got third or fourth. Third or fourth. Let's go to a different tournament and look. How about this ETS top 8? Ooh, fell mid. How does this fell mid look? Oh, this is like super fell mid. With like Champion of Cunning. This is a throwback to Champion of Cunning. Unfortunately, the throwback to Champion of Cunning is like not great in the Vara world. So I don't know what they're doing. They're ignoring Vara as a card, I guess. What if I have all these cards for this list? This list looks sweet. Man, Mulligan got me again. Always Mulligan against Mulligan. Classic name. It's like not the worst, but I think it's just a draw engine, right? Like there's no combo. Ooh, we have Unseen Commander here too. Against the Rakano aggro. It's pretty sweet. I'm just trading. No reason not to trade here. Overwhelm's kind of annoying, but I don't think I really care about it. So I'm just going to play the Commando here. The problem is, could have drawn something, but or get something with the Merchant that deals with the Commando. But going to Commando into Commando with a Crest next turn is going to be sick. I think it's just like a nice line. No blocks. Like, for instance, if this Commando survives, it's pretty insane. There's another Life Steal effect. Okay. That's a big swing for us. Double Commando is pretty good against Rakano. Like, even if they are stunning one of these guys or torching one of these guys, we have the nice Bloodletter off the top, which is pretty sweet. Bloodletter is a really nice combination with the Enforcers in these guys. So, like, I'm not even going to go Bloodletter next turn, but I can. But I'm just going to go Enforcer on this guy. And then try to find some other stuff. Like we're swinging. We're doing like, what? This is a 16-point life swing here. Which is pretty insane. And next turn's going to be even more. It's going to be like 6 on this. It's going to be bumped twice, so it's an 8. So there's like no reason to block here ever. Like, they got this from their board, the Flamestoker, and this is not going to be enough. I believe this is a kill, right? 16. Yeah. I mean, be able to kill Rakano and be able to beat Rakano is a big deal. But the thing is, does it beat the decks that beat Rakano? I think it probably does. Haven't played a lot of Argenport recently. But it seems like a reasonable deck. It has like good late game, Tavrod, Vara, rebuy effects. Just like powerful 3-drops is a good equation. And having a 3/2 draw engine is nice. The card's pretty sweet. The great part is it doesn't exhaust itself, which is really, really good. Another Mulligan name. So original. Alright, Blade is great here. Hand's kind of mediocre, though. I'm going to decline a turn 1 Sabotage because I want to fix a bit. Yikes. Big yikes. Oh, that's a pretty sweet card. We're getting Banner 100%. Falling this far behind is a terrible scenario. We're going down, not up. Well, we're going up, but up in number, not down in number. The goal is to go down in number, in case you didn't know. Lots of removal. Some conditional, some not. This merchant can go get a Makto, I guess. We need another Justice, though. I don't know what I want yet, so I'm actually going to wait. I think we're playing against the 3-color. Oh, no, we're playing against Praxis tokens? I want Makto. Let's see what's on top of my deck first. Yeah, that's great. Let's exchange a Suffocate for the Makto. Yeah, they're playing the 3-color. Okay. This was an interesting one. Not sure how good Gemblade is here. I guess you just put it in your Makto and, like, they're more incentivized to kill your Makto. But they're already really incentivized to kill your Makto anyway, right? Yep. Alright, we need to draw units / Makto. Alright, that's a good one. That qualifies. Now, unfortunately, it plays into Vanquish and a number of other removals. We do have a Slay still, though. This Gemblade's going to be good. There's the Vanquish. And they're just going to cookbook me out of this game. Which is a big yikes. Ooh. Being cookbooked out of this game is rough. This mid-range deck is very mid-range. It doesn't find itself in the middle, which is actually pretty good. So it actually plays against aggro very well, which is a good positive. We're just going to draw here. Nice. Guess we should have attacked first. Nightshade we're going to be activating every turn. It's our cookbook, right? Until they remove it. Which I assume is now. If they use a torch. I assume they have a removal spell here. Doesn't really make sense for them not to have a removal spell. Yeah, I'm putting an attack here, which is like, what? Like, why would they attack here, Alien? Doesn't make any sense. Well, they have a great parliament. They could have a. I mean, they are gonna torch my guy, which is like good, but can't beat this card ever. Just cook and book me out of this game. My Makto's coming back eventually, sometime soon, which is pretty good. Right, we have a Slay for that. They can kill my 3/2. Okay, they're not going after the Carnivage engine. Hopefully they torch No Attack again. Yeah, hopefully. Yo, what's up? You sent me the logo? Nice. I'll have to take a look. Thanks so much. I'm excited. Come on. Power would be fine. Or the Makto would be good, right, too. That's a good one. We're gonna slay that guy. Okay, so we're gonna take 10 here, go to 9. Unless we want to block with the Macto. I would probably just block. I'll definitely have to take a look at the logo, Alexis, and get back to you. Torch blows me out, but we gotta try. We already have lots to do in our hands, so we don't really need to draw anymore. We can do this plus a tab rock, which is pretty sweet. We could have popped Aegis, which I probably is just better than gaining the 1. So I probably should have popped Aegis instead of gaining the 1. So then I could have drawn a Vanquish or drawn a Blade to then kill the 6/6. Oh, I could just pop with Vara. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Vara has text. Ikaria. Okay, so we can Gemblade, attack, and then we die. Could attack, and then I just trade with, like, the 3/3. That's bad. We're going to go Commando, Vara. Yeah, definitely some awkward draws all game. They sacked, huh? Do they want to try their Vara here? Okay. I'm down. Draw another Tyrod. If they want to trade the... I'll trade either here. Like, I'll trade for this... Ikaria. Or they're just going to take a free block? Do we think they have the torch? Can I beat the torch? That's the most important question. Can I beat torch at this point? And the answer is, like, probably not. If I hit a power, I can go Unseen Commando plus Gemblade on it, and then I can block the Ikaria. But I'm probably not beating torch at this point. Anyway, they've already had multiple torches. Has torch. They already had multiple torches at that point in the game, and I was probably not beating the 3rd or 4th one. I could have, if I just block there, then I like buy time, and I go to 10, and then I attack with the 3/4 Vara next turn, but then like it's not getting better for me. I could have blocked with the... I had to draw exactly a power for the block to be good, because if I block, I then go to 10, and then I can draw power for the... and then play the 2/3 plus a gemstone on it. Like, I could have done that, but at the same time, I wanted to make sure. So if I just don't block, if I do block there, they don't torch it. They can torch the 2/3 if I have a turn in between. If they had attacked the next turn, I would go down to 5. Yeah, I guess it's correct to block there. I don't know. It's such a good turn though if I just untap and they don't have the torch. I think you just have to assume they have torch at that point because Cookbook's been going all game. They've been drawing a lot off a Cookbook. Get Warcry down instead of a card advantage engine. We don't need the card advantage yet. Might want my second Justice here. You also could just draw a Macto. Macto's a great one to always get. They're playing Removal Pile. So, like, Bloodletter's not very good. I kind of want to keep the Vanquish for the Tavrod. This is a matchup where Macto is really good, but I do need to get the double justice here. They have 2 fire. They have 2 books. Okay. Okay. Nightshade can come down and draw a card next turn, which is great. I don't think they have a 5th power. Still doesn't have power. Just vanquish this one. And we'll smash for some more damage. This is playing badly into they draw power for Harsh Rule. But it does apply more pressure. Because it does 7 this turn, then 11 next turn. But it plays really badly into exactly Harsh Rule. But we can now set up a scenario where we can sabotage a Harsh Rule out. They have double Harsh Rule. We're going to take the 4-cost Harsh Rule. If they have a power, then I'm dead, right? Take the other Harsh Rule. Wow, nice. Double Sabotage. Feels good, man. Nice double Sabotage turn. That was a good one. I like that. Weird. This is a weird number of Mactos to be playing. Like 0 in the main, and then 1 on the board, but you're gonna get a lot. I guess it's like one of your most common market like grabs. Just like grabbing a Macto, which I guess is reasonable because it's a great card. The seems questionable not to have more Mactos in the deck though. I guess you only want them against the grindier decks, and you're like trying to play more mid-range against the aggro decks. I can see that being like something that's relevant. I could take the turn off to Vara's favor, but like this is probably gonna die. It's when I play a lot of units. Inquisitor's Blade is reasonable here. We can also get Runehammer. Champion of Fury. What would I get against this deck? I think I'll just get a Vanquish here. Like, we'll have a Vanquish attached to this one, but I need to Vanquish this sooner. We're not playing against Kai-Krag. We're playing against Haunted Highway, so there's going to be a lot of Vanquish targets. We also could just, like, Vanquisher's Blade plus Vanquish here, which is, like, a reasonable thing to do. No blocks. Oh, that's very good. I'm gonna get rid of the Highwayman. Now they could have a Combust here, which is like pretty expected. And Combust is very bad for me. I am going to go all in with this Bloodletter. I was really happy. I think yesterday, the day before, I got a premium crunch as a drop. Better lucky, right? Oh, that's true, Rummy. How you doing, Rummy? Long time no see, buddy. That is very true. Children are too busy. You nailed it right on the head. How you doing? You busy? Long time no see. Eternal? I love Eternal. What happened? I wasn't watching. They had to combust? Okay. Reasonable. Why you feel that way? Set you free. This is such a bad play. They have a torch? Oh, Devour. What do you guys think about this logo? You like this? You think that's a good finish? We've been working on it for a while. What do you guys think about that? Am I at 1? Or am I dead? No, 1. Feel that way. Does this deck beat Highway? I guess it does. What matchup is this for? We're having a fun time though, Rum. You know, D-ranking and all. I think this is awesome. The Alexis. Can you give me this on a non... with a transparent background? So then I can use it in multiple places? I think it's pretty sweet. No double shadow. Are you still working at that that home for children? How's that going? Oh, that's awesome. Congrats. Double Slay. Merchant Vara. Macto? Smacto game? Oh, actually, we might want to get the Inquisitor's Blade. Actually, we have a curve already. I kind of just want more power. I'll just remove this. Safer. Oh, okay. So your responsibilities have shifted quite a bit. But for the better, I hope. I hope for the better. And like a slight target. No power. Nice. They get to choose. What do you want to do? Oh, they must have a perma. No reason I'm blocking you. Oh no, they don't. Just very dead. Your Eternal had a mobile option? But it does. There is a mobile Eternal. What do you mean? Oh, they have a trick. But it's fine. There is a mobile option. Mobile, you might say. Yeah, there's a mobile app. You can play Eternal on the go. It's great. It's such a generous game, too. Yeah. I don't think we have any that give endurance. Unfortunately. They triple block. They lose 2 guys. It's just not worth it. Nice. It's a sweet bloodletter. Let's get the Inquisitor Blade. I think it's actually like the fastest game, to be honest. I think it is the most generous CCG on the market. I think the mechanics are more like MTG mechanics in terms they actually have attacking and blocking, for instance. But the speed of the game is pretty fast paced. A lot of aggro and mid range. There's some number of control decks as well, but they're individual games. There's a good pace of play. There's some cool things you can do. It's very unit based, but there are control decks as well that are less unit based. I play a lot of like mid-rangey and aggressive shot style decks, and I really like it quite a bit. The draft format is pretty sweet. So is the event format, which is like this event sealed, where you like play throughout the month, and it works like very much like a sealed league does, where you start with so many packs and you add on packs every week. Are there any like the tempo / control decks? There's some like, yeah, there's some tempo control decks. They're more unit based than like other games are, but there are definitely some. There's unitless control as well, but I don't know. I don't trend towards that. Oh, combo. There are some combo decks. They're more gimmicky. They're not really very good. There are definitely some combo decks though. I can play 1 or 2. A lot of them are focused around units. So there's like some like I guess Kiln Fiend-esque decks would be the best way to describe it. There's actually one cool combo deck that I have that I can actually play in a bit, where you try to make infinite dudes. Yeah, sorry, I read control for some reason instead of combo. I don't know why. Yep. A lot of decks are playing that now. I forgot. We shouldn't have played hard into that. I forgot how many decks are actually playing this since reunion. It was not very popular before the reunion tournament, but now it's been pretty popular. So I think it's worth like not playing into that and just playing like an enforcer with no target there. Because I think enforcer with no target there is like a reasonable thing to do against TJS. Yeah, the one you'll want to be looking for, Rum, is going to be a lot of the combo decks are kind of like 3-colored. Let's see, what would one be that you would enjoy? I think what's the name of that one? I'll pull up the deck list that you would probably enjoy after. It's a lot about setting up, and then you can go off. There are some other cool like bigger combo decks, but I've never played them, so I can't really speak to their power or fun level. Could just go harsh roll here. Not having another 5th power is pretty rough. If we ever draw a merchant, I'm gonna get Macto. Them drawing Firebomb is great news. Just means I'm that much closer to killing. Does it have 1? Is deadly and life steal, so it's 2. So it's a 6/7 attacking, which means they just double block. This way, I think my opponent will just jump. Yeah, there are some faster ones. There's some ones with like consistent turn 4, turn 5. Children's card games. Why don't we play children's MMORPGs? You mean like OSRS? That's a good question, Radley. Radley's asking the tough questions that no one else wants to ask. The answer is I want to get a better rank for the end of the season. And I have a tendency to play more children card games than children MMORPGs. But 12, by the way. In case you were wondering. Probably just want to silence this. Another Ryzen would be rough here. Is there a competitive scene to watch for this game or no? There are weekly tournaments that are run. There's also been 2 tournaments so far that were run by the actual client, and they've been very cool so far. They haven't had huge support yet, but the next tournament has been hinted to actually have cash like payouts. Just a hint. Just hinted, though. Not actually confirmed. But it is looking up and up. There are very exciting things for the future. I don't want to play Tavrod into the Harsh Rule. I'll play Unseen Commando, though. They have a lot of firebombs in their deck now, so they could just draw a firebomb and die. Gonna attack and then Harsh Rule. I'm at 53, so even if my opponent takes over the game, it's gonna take them a little while to kill me. I haven't drawn a Merchant, which would have been very strong. Enforce is gonna be good here. We get silence, and then we get to attack. This is only a 10 tough, only 10 on the backside though. Still has to double block though. There are some coming up. There already have been 2. You can watch them weekly if you wanna tune into that. They're mostly individual streamers at this point, but there are some weekly tournaments as well. They're pretty cool. There's going to be a lot more tournaments in the future. They've announced a whole schedule for competitive events. My opponent's one firebomb away from dying here. No valid cards for Sabotage. Well, Tavrod, lead me to victory. I guess a Ryzen stops this from being victorious. We'll have the cookbook here. So I had to draw something here or off the cookbook. Perhaps drew a Merchant, which is why there's a pause. Merchant into... Oh, okay. It's unfortunate. It just doesn't even trade. I could have sacked. I kind of want to get the attack in. I'm not even sure if I want to attack here. If I... This is a rough scenario, the exact VAR right now. I have to draw pretty well. If I don't... I guess I could just let my opponent attack here. If I had I think sacking the Tavrod is incorrect. Even though this VAR is going to gain a lot of life here. VAR is definitely going to swing this game. If I draw a Merchant, I'm good in good spot. I can get a Vanquish. No blocks. Inquisitor's Blade is also a good target to get eventually. Soul's not drawing out. They have a lot of firebombs in deck. Okay, that's a good draw. I will take the Slay here. No valid cards, no valid cards. A big ol' whiff. No firebomb, feels bad. We did draw the Slay there, which was huge. Let's see what my opponent has. They're probably gonna just fire. Oh, firebomb. No, man, so lucky. Another cookbook. Another redraw. These firebombs have to come eventually, right? Tavrod. The Minotaur. No valid weapon. Alright. That's pretty good. Another Tavrod is awesome. They could have a Harsh Rule by this point. Still no firebombs. I could trade, but I'm not going to. I just want to attack. They're probably gonna have a Harsh, but a Harsh is actually good for me because of the amount of firebombs in their deck. Just draw some firebombs, please. Their deck has to have at least what, like 10, 12 firebombs by this point. Yeah, there's the Harsh. Which is something we played into. No Firebomb still. Absurd. They had to have pressure by this point. We're at 50s. It's going to take a while, but... This is the most times I've seen Firebomb, like the cookbook, activated and never... I think they got hit by one Firebomb so far. Like, it's kind of absurd, the number right now. We're gonna leave that. I could have removed it with Slay. I don't think that's important there. Top? That's a quick top. Yep. That's what we wanted to kill with Slay. Vanquish. Probably should have drawn first before we did the Slay action. So then we could have vanquished the Ryzen. Incorrect sequencing. Definitely punished. Or we could just like slayed the 2-4, let them hit with the Ryzen again, because these stone cudgels are going to be rough. I guess they're going to go greedy here, and then the Vanquish is actually going to work out well. Firebombs? Nope, still no firebombs drawn. Probably the 15 firebombs by now. Get back Ryzen. Replay Ryzen, and I get the Vanquish Ryzen. It's nice. Okay, they need to get hit by 3 firebombs for me to win here. Like the best out, I guess. Well, let's look what's on top first. Merchant, finally. Nice. Merchant can get Makto, which we can't play next turn. Oh, no, we can play. We can play. Makto plays. Although Makto doesn't work well with the Maiden out. Probably just want to kill the Maiden. Nice, that's very good. When are they going to draw a Firebomb? Never! I will never draw... I guess we can just get Vanquish. Never ever will I draw a Firebomb. Ugh, they got Nakaria too? They didn't attack yet, right? Yeah. Oh, they got a Ryzen. We can actually get a Runehammer now then. If we want. I think Vanquish is probably better. Oh, there we go. Finally got a Firebomb. Yeah. One Firebomb. So happy. They got that Ryzen from their market, so. What is this? Berserk. Deadly Endurance. Yeah, that's pretty good. They're not supposed to draw anymore because the fire bombs can kill them. I'm gonna put as no fear. Isn't that like the only way that my opponent dies here though? Alright, so must have like 20 fire bombs now. But 18. So that's 15, 19. I have to block the 5-5. Probably just dead here, which is like kind of crazy to me. Opponent has to have like 20 fire bombs. Unblockable, double damage, berserk. It's just 10 damage. That's just 20 damage. My only out is that my opponent draws like double firebomb. Quote unquote out, by the way. You can do even more damage now. Doesn't draw a firebomb. Drew 2 firebombs all game. Wow. That's absurd. Actually absurd. Who was Danky on? I think we're kind of. I think it was Skykai Gagro. Go Nightshade into like Enforcer. Oh, Combri aggro? Yeah. Could just block here. I don't think I want to silence the teacher. I'm just gonna double block. I get blown out by like double Finest Hour then. Yep. We're just gonna slay it. Pretty fine to just like jump there and then slay. We have the Vanquish basically with another power. We have 2 more Enforcers, which is really good. Sabotage. Okay. This is the card I can't beat. And a Vanquish is not that powerful. I could give them a Vanquish target by bloodletting this turn. But I just don't want to give them a Vanquish target. Could just play like another Valkyrie Enforcer, but it's not that good either. I was gonna take the Sword of Unity because it's gonna kill me in the long game. The Vanquishes are not gonna be that strong, especially because I have the triple Enforcer hand. The thing is, like, yes, my opponent's gonna have a vanquish on whatever I first put a weapon on, but like if my opponent plays a unit here, I'm gonna be playing the Valkyrie Enforcer. So if my opponent doesn't play anything, what am I gonna do? I don't know. Probably just play. There's probably play a Valkyrie Enforcer. Silence again. Just to keep pressure up. We can, like, if we draw a power, then we can go this or this. I kind of want to incentivize my opponent to vanquish something before I play my Tavrod. So, like, going with Bloodletter here and getting a 12-point life swing is, like, not bad. It's not the worst. Because then, like, it's only a 6/6 in the air that they're killing for the vanquish, and they might be wanting to play something next turn. Because right now my opponent can't use a vanquish. I basically blanked vanquish. If my opponent plays a weapon, opponent plays a unit, like, I probably will Enforcer it. Just close though. That unit I probably want to silence. Probably not actually. Probably just gonna Bloody Editor. Yeah, like, I don't know how opponent comes back from that position. I like this mid-range deck. We'll play a few more with it, unless we, like, just start crushing randomly. We're not really crushing with it, but we're not actually losing either. I've been pretty happy with my result. Removal Pile is always a rough matchup, right? Nightshade is a good card, though. Nightshade on turn 2 is, like, way less powerful, though. Here's the Suffocate. I guess we only have, like, 1 or 2 Suffocates. I think a Dark Return or 2 would be okay in this deck. I'm not upset that it's not playing any, but I wouldn't be against playing any either. It just has a lot of good targets for Dark Return. Like, when this guy dies early, you can get it back later as a card advantage engine, or you can get back the Vara, like, or you can get back a Tavrod and keep attacking with it. Like, there's a lot of good targets. Vara, like, is a very, very good target. Any Vara deck, you know, can reasonably play a Dark Return and not be too upset about it. No reason to bloodlet here. I just want to get cards. I want to get some more pressure. I want to get some more units. I probably need to do my Bloodletter here, I think. It really depends on what my opponent's trying to do. I think that my opponent is... Can't be Highway, I don't think, because of the influence right now. Oh, just Pile. Okay. Here's Removal Pile again. Let's draw something here. Kinda. Let's sabotage the quarry attack. This card's gonna be useless. The Suffocate. Vara's Favors, not that good either. We can just Vara's Favor to, like, quote unquote, like, get a sigil out that we're not gonna draw anyway, which is, like, reasonable. Oh, well, they gave us a great target for Suffocate. We were gonna have a target for Suffocate for a while, but they gave us a good target, which is positive for sure. Oh, perfect. We were taking a lot of life from drawing, but I think it's, like, reasonable since that's how we're actually going to, you know, like, actually win after my opponent removes this one guy that I have that I'm sitting on. It's a bad scenario. I think I'm going to just draw instead of attacking. attack. I'm gonna trading this in Avera's favor. I'm pretty happy with that. That guy's very good, but at the same time, I think I do need to get rid of that off the field before I play Vara. They didn't have removal before, so like they must have like a harsh rule or like Ryzen for the top end or just another maiden. Okay. So I think I'm going to play a Vara here. Because it comes down as a 5/6 and forces the trade or forces my opponent to have something. And then the Tavrod will be able to run away. Tavrod, if I can find a merchant, I'll be able to get an Inquisitor's Blade and put it on the Tavrod, which is a super cool combination. My opponent's going to be able to run away with the game with Cookbook, though, which is a powerful combination. I think we're going to like proactively want to trade here, especially with 2 Tavrods in hand. So I'm gonna allow this trade. They get another Cudgel, so they have 2 Cudgels in hand. And I'm just gonna play. Oh wait, it's the Cudgel's premium because the Varro's premium, not because the Maiden's premium. That's pretty interesting. I didn't know that. So they need to have a removal for Tavrod, or it might actually just do, you know, great things. All right, harsh rule plus maybe a 1-drop. Nope. Okay. Let's get it 1 life here. Seems reasonable. There's not really anything I want to ping there. We got rid of 2 maidens, which is great. They had their last main maiden, or maybe they searched for one of the maidens with the merchant, so they have 1 more on the deck. Yeah, probably. This is where like a Dark Return would be great, because a Dark Return would get back to Tavrod here. I don't really want to attack with Tavrod here. It's a bad spot for Tavrod. I guess we have to in case they have removal. It's a fine trade. We have a backup threat. This trade. So now they have 3 Cudgels. The thing is, this is 11, 15, 16. Like, we have 16. This Vara's a 16. So if my opponent doesn't do anything, they don't kill his Vara. They don't have a Vanquish or a number of other things. They could have a Slay, a Vanquish, a Harsh Rule. But they don't have any of those things. My opponent then dies. So I think putting my opponent on, like, answer my guy or die plan is pretty good. Unfortunately, this is only 14. We're 1 short. Perfect. It's a very good one to draw. So then we can go get a Inquisitor's Blade and smack with that. We also could just get Macto. I think Macto's probably better. Or we get Runehammer. Alright, this invites a Harsh Rule, which is bad. We're playing into a Harsh Rule pretty hard by doing this. So maybe we just wanted to go like Gemblade attack for 6, then go get the Macto and play the Macto. Or just like hold the Macto. But like playing Macto is the same as not playing Macto because it just will come back with revenge. So you want to proactively play it. You don't want to just like say, okay, this is my last threat that I'm going to play out after. Because the thing is, my opponent's going to have to remove all these things. Alright, they have to deal with the Macto. I don't know if they have a card this turn that deals with it. I guess I could slay it now. Now we have lethal in the air. Opponent needs to do something. I need to play around. If they go to my turn, there's nothing that protects them from this Macto kill. Okay. They got out the Bloodletter. This protects them. 7, 10. So there's 10 on the board. I can redraw. So I'm gonna see 2 cards this turn. I currently have 10 points. I need 2 more. Sabotage is great. We get a Sword of the Sky King out of the hand. They have triple Cudgel over there. I'm just gonna slam it on this guy, the Macdo. They still need to answer Macdo, and then also my 2/2 is now lethal as well. Let's waited it out. We're at 11, which is like kind of dangerously low. If my opponent goes like Rise and kill the 2/2, there's a reason to put the weapon onto the 2/2. Like they probably got Ryzen from their board with the merchant. Probably just has a harsh rule. Yeah. Okay, they're at 2. No torch is rough though. Okay, Tavrod lethal. Firebomb's also lethal, but that's like unlikely. Maybe they got an Ikaria, but I doubt it. Yeah, they got the Ryzen. So they have to block here or else they're dead. And the Cudgel works really well here at blocking. Although, that was a fantastic draw. Probably the best draw possible. And we drew another Tavrod, which we're not going to play. And we drew another Bloodletter. So we drew very well. That was insane. So we don't have lethal, but I don't think there's a reason to overextend now that we've like gained some amount of life here. We don't want to play into another harsh rule. We want to play into like exact removal. Okay, Ikaria is fine. We can threaten lethal again with the Bloodletter if we want to and just swing it. Oh. That's very good. I think we just want to threaten lethal. The whiz. I did whiff. Nice. We just kept the removal deck on the back foot the entire time. Kept having pressure. The 2-drop looked insane there. The power of the 2-drop was very strong. Like, that showed the true power of Fenris Nightshade. I'll be right back, guys, and then we'll get going with some more Eternal action here. You like the name Generic Midrange? I think it's a good name. It's just like quintessential mid-range, you know? It does the mid-range thing. And does it, you know, the way mid-range is supposed to do it. Nothing special, nothing flashy. Alright. I have 4 power now. Have a 2-drop. I didn't see what type of oh, it was just this, okay. We have some things to ping, which is great. The torch, yep. Could have like played around a torch there, but I don't know what I'm playing against. It's fine. It's fine to not play around a torch. They have another... They have a torch. That's the only fast spell that would be valid at that point. So they must have another torch. Man, why are we only playing against Removal Pile? It's all we ever play against now. Yeah, I know you have a torch. The matchup's not even that good. It's just like, we've been getting lucky, I guess. It's all we queue into it with this deck, though. You can't use your torch on this guy. I guess we could have just enforcered. You want to slam? Yeah, let's slam. Oh. Oh. The dream. Those are like the best hits. Literally best Tavrods. I believe that's the best possible Tavrod in this deck, but I guess you could hit the other weapon as well. Yeah, they don't have a Slay or a Vanquish. They're dead there. Need another Shadow. Ooh. Is this Highway? There's another Shadow. I think this is Highway. Nope. Don't remember what this is. This might be some like synergist. Is this like the JPS with Strategize? JPS Strategize. Is this a control deck? I believe this is a control deck. Like, the Strategize... That's what Strategize is kind of telling me. It could be a combo deck, I guess, with Strategize. Perhaps it's like a Crow spell deck. With, it definitely has Haunting Screen, like, right? It would have Haunting Screen and such. No power. No powers feels bad, man. Grown Vara is pretty sweet, though. They're probably just playing a feeding time. Oh, it might just be control. Maybe just... Oh, it might have just been an off... No, that's not an off color that you would play. I was going to say an off color crest could make sense, but that's not an off color crest. You have the 2 power hand, so this could happen. Yeah, they're just playing control. Okay. Bye-bye, Varas. Hello, Froggies. Pop the Aegis there. Three cards left. I would love some power. Ooh. I'll trade damage. Didn't they see this Vanquish? Guess I should have traded last turn. What's the justice for? I don't remember. I guess harsh rule? Can kill Venli Vara. Or a Tavrod. I guess they're probably playing Tavrod. Alright, power. Power? I don't want to trade there. Not when I have a Vanquish's Blade. We haven't drawn a power again. We've got the fourth one from our board. Yep. Big yikes. Like we started with 2, then we drew a Vara's Favor. Please don't. Okay, good. Then we played a Vara's Favor for the fourth or third. The fourth came from the market, and the fifth came from another Vara's Favor. Still hasn't naturally drawn one. Probably just have a removal spell here, like a Slay. So it makes sense. Or a Vanquish. We're at a low life total to use this guy, but I think it's necessary. Okay. The extra card was worth it. Another Must Answer. Just keep playing Must Answers. Macto, right? Yeah. Don't need a Vara's Favor. So they're playing Vanquish. Have we seen any other Justice cards? Probably Tavrod, right? I'm assuming. Yep. Harsh roll as well. Their win cons are probably just like Merchant, Tavrod, Vara. I'm gonna let this big get big instead of sacking this guy. If they have a removal spell, it works out really poorly. Whereas if we could have just sacked the Macto, and then we could have suffocated it. Yep. They didn't want a Bloodlet. We couldn't have Bloodlet anyway. Okay, so we're gonna get that Macto back eventually. That's good. Not good here, but good. Channel for 7. Just do another channel. Channel's another win con. We need the Bloodlet soon, please. Don't channel me before I Bloodlet. Oh, come on. Hold? Hold? There's so many cards. So unlikely that they don't have another one. Oh. So unlikely they don't have another removal spell. Don't remove. Don't do it. Okay. Don't do it. We just got stuck on 3 and 4 so long. We were stuck on 3 for a while. think that was a reasonable keep, too. More removal pile. I think we're playing against FJS again. Probably the Nightshade. I think Nightshade is better than Assassin. Fortunately, we had 2 good options on 2. We now have 2 good options on 3. And then we can have the Tavern on 5. Oh. No, they're playing Highway. My way or the highway. You should try the trade first. Or I could just Bloodlet for 5. Can we trade? They might have a torch, but I think we still trade. They would have used the torch. Blade is really good here. This is finally a matchup where I want to get Blade. Because I want to Tavra the Fly. It's very good. Ate me. You got it. Nice draw. That is an insane draw. Now they have to combust. This is solid. It's like a shakedown's fine here. It's not really that great. You're gonna get the Bloodletter, which is like the best card here, but nothing impressive by any means. To get the Haunting Scream here, Devour's like reasonable, but we'll just slam the Tavi. Pass. They have Devour here. I'm gonna block. I just want to keep up blocks this game. I'll be able to like Vara's Favor plus Blade next turn. We can Vara's Favor the 1/1, which is pretty cool. Or they just sack it. Like that was one disadvantage. Like I think maybe they know we have the favor, so they want to sack it before I get good value. They need to find a combust, I think. But even still, like what else do they need to find? They need to find more on top of that. We need to end the game. I guess if we attacked last turn, we could have ended the game. Because we're now 1 short of lethal. Because that was an argument to attack with the 5 last turn, but there's a lot of things that could go wrong. Yeah, there's a torch. I mean, I guess attacking with the 5/5 is the same as not attacking with the 5/5 here, so because of combust, like a haunted highway is good. Like a bandit queen kills me. Yeah, it kills me. Whereas it wouldn't have killed me if I had just like not attacked there. And I think that's like the fine conservative thing to do is not attack. It's reasonable. Because we weren't gonna kill next turn if they didn't have a combust anyway. So like if they, man, it's rough though. Like they have to have combust plus Bandit Queen or Highwayman there to get me. Actually, Highwayman doesn't kill. Highwayman does 4 plus 6, which is 2, which puts me to 1. But then I die from the Nightfall, I believe. It's so tough to play against Highway sometimes because like you have to end the game and be proactive about that, but you also have to defend for a like unreasonably long time. I think Suffocate's fine against some Hoover deck, which makes it like more difficult than to play against because the balance is not quite there. What do you have? Oh, that makes sense. What is my opponent playing? I'm interested. Equivocate. Permafrost. Mirror image. Mirror image, eh? Oh, it has a Desert Marshal too, of course. Nice. Now they can perma that, and then this is dealt with. That's pretty good. If they draw power, they can perma and then copy their 4/4. Okay. At least it didn't happen. Oh, I didn't mean to pass. Ah, yikes. I meant to. I like. Never mind. I mean, I just messed up. I misclicked. Big misclick. I just did not all the things I wanted to do, and now they get a 3/3 out of it. That was a big misclick. I'm gonna die because of it. It's interesting to note there are no endurance cards in this deck. I guess there aren't any good endurance weapons other than the Rakano one. Cause like popping a perma is like pretty relevant. You can't deal with this, which is good. They're stuck on power. Equivocate my Tavrod. Reasonable. Ah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I'd like to draw a Suffocate. Not quite. Trinket Master is so bad. 100% killing that. I guess we're just paying 3. Going to 4. It's dangerous. Well, now I can't Bloodlet like I wanted to. Okay. Opponent draws a power, they're going to be able to make a 4/4 Owlie. Which will have Berserk? No, it does not have Berserk because it's played. There's a lot of things with Berserk on the table. So this blocks here, this blocks here, this blocks here, this blocks here. We have good blocks all across now. Going to pass. I'm going to play this and then pass. I want to Bloodletter to gain 14 next turn. Right, that gives it self-flying. I forgot the ultimate gives it self-flying, and that's why I'm dead. Misclick also came up, but no, it was just forgetting what that card did. Look at this hand. That hand is a delight. Random opponent bottoming it. It's like a very good 3-drop in the game. But it's a random opponent, I don't really want it. Alright, so now we can Sabotage plus Assassin if we want to. I think it's for Kano. I'm sorry, I think it's Skycrag. Var on the plays against Skycrag. Just keep everything off the board. Especially things that attack well. Just buy time to Tavrod. That's the name of the game. I need a power here. I don't think I want that. I'm going to get rid of the perma they have. I just knew they had a perma. There we go. They have mortar too. It's just very known that they always has perma. So why don't you just get rid of always has perma? Oh man, what a good draw. And they have mortar backup. Is it berserked? At least it's not berserked. Didn't we bottom that? They have mortar, so they're gonna probably sack something and then mortar it. It's awkward. Definitely awkward with mortar in hand. Especially if I'm just gonna Vanquisher's Blade it. I think they sack plus mortar. I mean, maybe they just like don't. And then they want to tack this 2/2 into here or the other 2/2 into there. Well, that's a good solution. Mortar. No reason to play into mortar like that. Last card in hand is mortar. I'm going to trade here if they give me the option. Probably just going to mortar aggressively. I love this. Awesome. They saw the top of their deck, right? Yeah. Alright, power is great because we can go Bloodletter plus Commando here. Stabilized. Could have a torch. That's fine. We'll hold that. I could put a bladed on there. It's like it's fine to do. Can't perma this. Can't really torch in this spot. Shugo Tactics doesn't really do anything. There's no weapon that really pushes through. Like even a long barrel here is not great against the Tavrod. A long barrel like pushes 6 damage, not 7. Number with a long barrel is normally 6. Generic mid-range doing generic things. Hello, welcome to generic mid-range generic games. Play a different deck. We can play some Scream. Maybe OTK Scream is what I should have been playing the whole time. Maybe this is the truth right now. 1 turn kill Scream. This is like your combo unit match deck, Rummy. Okay. Hand's reasonable. Playing its removal deck. So let's poke out the removal. We're going to poke out an Enforcer, actually. Cookbook's fine. Cookbook's a little bit slow against me. Cookbook is normally generally like the truth, but here, less truthful. Paladin Oath Book is the card to draw against generic remove all your things. Cookbook is fine here. Let's go get a primal. So now we can smack for 6. Next turn we smack for 8. Actually, no. Next turn we smack for 10 if it's not removed. Okay, so we're going to have to rapid shot it. But we need to get another Justice. So now we don't have double primal, though. There's not many targets for Annihilate in this deck. I think I'm gonna... Could just perma it. Definitely gonna need Elf here. When they remove stuff now, I won't be able to buy it back with Haunting Scream, but I think that's fine since my board is already very good. I can annihilate my own guy to trigger this and then kill next turn if my opponent just like taps out. If they have nothing, then I can just like Oathbook plus annihilate my 3/2 and then Oathbook with this guy and smack for 14 exactly. Alright, so my opponent's dead now. It's pretty cool. Permafrost got there. $14, yeah. How you doing, Jonah? Nice to see you, buddy. I know I am. Thanks for the compliment. I really appreciate it. Sorry, guys. I had my camera turned off real quick. Let me turn it back on. There we go. I got it. Don't worry. There I am. Been here the whole time. Not so bad. Thought they're gonna trade here. This is called the market. It's like your sideboard. It's like a wish board. So you're able to. There are merchants in every single color. Every single faction has a merchant, and that merchant is able to get a card of that faction. So this primal merchant gets primal cards from your board. So you're able to get any primal card that is currently in your board. Yeah, so it's a good way to like make it so you don't have just like unwinnable matchups and you actually have flexibility against those matchups now. Whereas previously there was not as much flexibility in matchups that were tough for you. But now you just have that flexibility available. Me against the world, you and me. Get mirror image attack for 6. Unstable form. I can get back the merchant. I can get permafrost. Then I can permafrost this attack for 6. Oh, I have a kill, I believe. I haven't done the math, but I know this is the best line. If this doesn't kill, then nothing does. Yeah, this is Xaxes. It's exactly 12. That's the most damage possible. Xaxes. Easy. Crushing it. And there's the power of the Wishboard. Because he has attached to a unit, you're able to get the unit back with Haunting Scream. And then you're able to do a lot of cool tricks with this one-turn kill. It's not really a one-turn kill deck. It happens to be one-turn kill some amount of the time, and the rest of the time it just is a good aggressive unit deck with a lot of tricks. But it's flashier when you say it's a one-turn kill deck. Because instead, if you just say it's like a generic aggro deck, then you're like, that's less cool. My opponent's playing memes. We should be able to beat the memes. The memes should be going down here. What is Strut? I don't know if we can actually beat these memes. Me. These are the rough memes. No, too much power. I don't want all this power. I want something better. I don't want Berserk gifted battles when I already have 3 Berserk guys. Yikes. Big yikes. Opponent's still at 24. We're dead. This is one of those aggro like decks that actually plays better against the field than it against like top decks than it does against just like random decks. I always end up losing against like random decks with this. We also had like a pretty meh draw. Caca. Opponent has swag over here. Premium merchants. Calm down, buddy. They're a crown deck. Things could not be going well if we're going against crown decks. Chaos is going to ensue. I can hit for 6, 9, 13. That's not a lot. It's better than nothing. Actually, I think I'm still going to not do it. I'm going to save the Haunting Scream for this guy. Hey, what's up, awesome dude? How you doing, buddy? Ooh. That was really good. Alright, now our hand's great. What are they gonna draw back? Their Merchant. Yeah. I have 12. I just have lethal here in the air. Unless there's something crazy. They have a fastball of some kind. I don't know what it is. Equivocate, maybe? Could be Equivocate. Be bad news. Oh, it is Equivocate. That's very good. There are one then. How are they surviving here? Probably not. Oh. Ambush Black Sky. Definitely a draw. Casually Insane. We need to perma that. They could draw something very good here with Crown out. Crown causes a lot of chaos in a not so good way. Perma will be good, but it might not be enough. Okay. Get back a merchant. Play a merchant, get another card. It says Lifesteal. Okay, good random ability. Random, quote unquote. Okay, they have a trick. Equivocate. Unseal. Mouse. Wowzers. Kind of insane. We need a good trick off the top. I don't know if that's like what we need. I guess we'll use it. I kind of want to keep a spell to keep this double damage, but I think we're gonna die here. I think we're just dead. Trade here, or just eat here. get the double damage up, which would have been good, better. We need to draw well for Crow. A lot of this is relying on Crow now. A Haunting Scream would do it, I think. Yeah. Haunting Scream on Crow would be great. Another merchant can copy. Can unstable form this, I guess. Take it. Didn't want to block. I think a lot more can go wrong if I block than if I don't block there on the merchant. Gonna buy back the Trailmaker. Okay. This could be very good for me here. There's the Haunting Scream. Okay. Drew probably perfect. I can't imagine a better draw. Okay. Well, that's actually just insane. Not very fair. Sometimes you draw really well off of Crows. Sometimes you draw really well off of a Crows. Ooh, and you get an upgrade. Running Hot. Running Hot indeed. We're back up to 600. We were playing a bunch of garbage decks and like dropped back down, and now we just started. We could have just like played OTK to start today. We were trying a bunch of different decks that have been doing well recently that I've seen, and none of them did anything really. None of them were very impressive. Then we went back to one turn kill Scream, and we're doing well now. Sometimes don't try new things, I guess. Trying new things is overrated, apparently. I guess we're playing against Mono Shadow. Yeah, we are. Pass. Really want to draw a power here. I could have a removal spell, which would be really bad here, since I have no backups. I can do a lot of damage, though. No jump highs or anything like that, but... yeah, annihilate. That makes a lot of sense. Now we need to draw something we can actually cast. Or two more primal. Look like we're in a bad spot. Okay. Not either of those things. Should have mulliganed, I guess. Hand looked tempting, though. Or did we mulligan? I don't think we did. We're pretty dead. We look dead here. We are dead. 3-color decks have no problems. No problems at all. No color issues. Ooh, sweet. Good hand. I don't know which one I want to get yet. So I'm not going to get anything. I think I want to get a Shadow. Sigil. They also playing Mono Shadow? Double Mono Shadow in a row? I do indeed want to get a Shadow. We can wait till next turn though. Even Annihilate. Rahuru. No, we'll just go get the Shadow off of this one soon. I wanted to play out the Birdie. Birdie's a better target for them to hit, right? So, but now the Haunting Scream's good. Sure. Yep. Okay, now we need to... I would like to combo with the Disciple. Haunting Scream plus this is 10 damage. If we find the Reckless, we can do 20. So you'd be efficient and hit this here. I want to see what's on top before I Haunting Scream the Crow here. I think it's reasonable to do that. I could see waiting, but I want to see if I could draw like a Dark Return or something like that. Ugh. Just terrible. Bad, Crow. Bad. You have more removal? Just attack. They have removal. Definitely looks like removal to me. They're just not using it yet. So you can wait it out. I believe my opponent has another Annihilate. I don't know what else they'd be hesitating about there. Play the Annihilate or not? Oh, they don't have Annihilate. That is unexpected. They're gonna block. They don't have the Annihilate, so let's push through 7 points of damage. So now I have 3 plus 4. I guess taking back at the crow. Get some random cards going. I just don't need a Haunting Scream yet. There we go. Oh, Death Strike is what they were holding up there. That makes more sense. Now my opponent was going to be dead here. So we can 6. We can just get the crow. They're going to poke this. I guess I could... So this is going to be 4. So 7. Crow is another 4. It's not a good amount. Gets 6 in the air with the other one. I think we just go for a value crow. Oh, that's good. Perfect. I think Finest Tower is good here. I don't think they're gonna remove both. Is this deck Bogles without hexproof? No, it's Kiln Fiend. I don't know. If you're relating it to a magic deck, it's Kiln Fiend. That'd be the best way to describe it. With recursion as well. A lot of combat tricks. A lot of like attack matters. A lot of double attacks with. I think my opponent doesn't block. I guess we should attack with both. If we attack with both, though, we don't have lethal. We had lethal there if my opponent didn't block. You could have another removal here. He has 6, though. They're gonna have a removal spell. We just keep drawing units, though. Hey, what's up, TJ? How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. This is lethal. Have another removal. They could have the 5/5. Alright, still lethal. Have another one. More removal. Yeah, we got there. We're crushing it. We are crushing it. We're not crushing it. We're just maintaining the same rank. We were at 600 when we started the day. Fair enough. Hope you're feeling better. Okay. So Disciple is a kill, kind of. Say my name. When you transform an enemy card other than one in their deck, create and draw a copy of the new card. That's a meme and a half. They must have Equivocate then. It's going to be 12 damage on the second half. When Return to Theros or Phyrexia. I feel like Return to Theros is coming soon. Seems possible to me. They have an Equivocate, they don't die here. Do you have Equivocate? If so, then you don't die. Otherwise, you get 20'd. Get smushed. We're doing it. We're finally better than when we started at today. We're on a streak. A 2-win streak. They're not going to bring back Infect. It just doesn't seem very likely. We don't have the Primal, but I think it's fine. No. Dude, I'm just a stoic individual. I've practiced for many a time. I am the most stoic. The most rigid. The most powerful. Only half of those are lies. Tell me which ones, and you'll win a prize. Yikes. Haha, so lucky. So lucky. Oh, Recto's Cackler back? That is a good one. No. I am the luckiest boy in all the land. I am the luckiest boy around. Call me Luxac McGee over here. Probably just eat this guy. The Kujal. Oh, Harbinger, no. So good. Okay, we're not out of it yet. We're not dead yet. But once we go to 15 here, we have a chance. You're saying there's a chance. I am. This is a torch? No, something better than a torch. Need another power. Okay, Caleb's choice. Now I'm just dead. Don't think I have a draw now. I needed a power earlier. We had the kill that one turn. Feels bad. Pretty good day. We stayed around where we were. Pretty happy with where we are. I figured out that OTK Scream is where I want to be playing. Should be able to rank up tomorrow / the 31st. We'll grind it tomorrow and the next day. We're gonna call it that for Eternal today. Thanks for watching the Eternal content tonight. Hope you guys have enjoyed the Eternal content. Really appreciate you guys hanging out. We're going to be hosting somebody. Well, let's go raid Sifu Danny. Really appreciate you guys hanging out, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow for some more Eternal and maybe some Magic action as well. I want to be able to, play the next 2 days and maybe get back up there in the ranks. Currently only 620, but I'd like to get in the top. I don't think we're gonna make top 100 this month, but definitely want to push for something high, a little bit higher. Have a good time over there, and hope to see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for tuning in.